What we're doing is, should we plan a mission to the moon to investigate its water? I think that we should go to Antarctica if our water supply is dwelling and conserve as much water as we still have available instead of wasting it.
But even if we were to go to Antarctica, all the icebergs are already being used. There's currently a project in which they cut icebergs out of Antarctica itself to drag to place areas. So we're already using up that resource. We're eventually going to need some places to get our fresh water from.
Exactly, because we could actually use it as a very vital resource. Like, yes, that we're actually going, there's, and that we're just discovering it, but hello, it's like, we need to actually find water. Like, we need, as a huge resource. Because as human beings, we cannot live without thirst, or like a source of, liquid. We can't do that.
I understand that it's a mission to test the water on the moon, but you can't take a risk to expose the moon to all the bacteria that we have, because it's more of a risk taking it rather than actually going there and proving any good, because we never know what's going to happen. You could kill all the organisms and everything.
But we already have current safety centers that already proceed for scrubbing down all emissions and every piece of equipment that goes to and from the Earth. So everything's already been sanitized. They could easily test on the moon with the rover itself.
What about all the water vapor that's up in the atmosphere? We could also use that to source water.
Water vapor that's in the air with all the particulates coming in from all these machinery like what's going on outside. You really want to drink some of that? Plus, we'd have to use the money and the resources to fund facilities that would just clean the air just so you can pull the water from it.
It's like, do you really want humanity to, die without the only thing that we can live off? Do you really want that to happen? You really want that?
Well, surprisingly, all the research shows that the moon is actually one of the driest places. It's even more drier than the most driest desert in our planet, which is the Sahara. It's more drier than that. It only has about 100 kilograms of water, so what's the point of expanding all this and spending all this money when we're only getting probably a year's worth of water for the entire planet?
Even if it's just a year's worth, if we get to the point where we really do need that extra year to figure something out, we will need that water.
At that point, we're going to need it so much because, by the end of the year, it's like, oh my God, no. It's like, oh my God, we need this water. Because we, as humans, we crave liquids. We crave, the only thing that we just need. I mean, this ain't going to be we're not going to, if there's no more water though, it's like, we're all going to act like the people that come from I Am Legend, like movie Wilson. We don't want to be that crazy. We need water. Because we can't live without it, seriously. It's like you're asking us, oh, we should live without water. It's like, no. You kidding me? I need water to live, man. To live. This guy needs it to live.
We got more water on Earth than we got land, so...
But what if the water disappears off the Earth, man?
We can also desalinize.
What if it disappears?
Yeah, you can
use salt water. You can desalinize. I mean, it's a lot of money, but to show that protection of the organisms that are already out there.
I see to your point about the desalinization.
Even though we have our opinions on it.
Okay.
My take on the subject is that we as human beings are not confined to our limits or what limits should be. Meaning that it's what is our purpose here? Is our purpose to be on this planet for all eternity? Or is it at some point that when water completely just depletes and then all of our resources are gone, we can't stay on this planet anymore? Because it's gonna be barren. It's gonna be a barren wasteland.
I think that I really think we shouldn't be wasting our waters, because if we now starting to look for other sources to find water, what would happen then? What would happen after that water is being wasted? So instead of wasting water, I think we should be conserving it for future use.
Conserving water, that's all fine and easily said, but it's not easily accomplished. So many things require water, to maintain the basic necessities of life. But I say we should go draw on the moon for the simple fact that it advances the knowledge of the human race. If you look at life on the general planet, everything on the planet requires some sort of advancement through either evolution, physical, or mental. So it's only the natural progress of the human race to expand from the Earth to the moon, to Mars, and even beyond that, to the point we can leave our own solar system on our whim if we felt like it.
But why would you want to leave the solar system if we already have a secure source of water at this moment? You could just desalinitize, government funding. I mean, what's the point of spending all this money if there's only a specific amount of water for only a year? I mean, there's no point in destroying those organisms that are already there and exposing our bacteria to those organisms and killing what life we could study, just for 1 year's worth of water. I mean, it makes no sense to me.
That's a wrap.